All right, here are your notes for writing parabolas in standard form, the conic standard forms. So the two conic standard forms are going to be x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. And then y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. Depends on which way the parabola is going, determines which one you're going to use. So this is kind of going opposite of what we did in the previous notes, where instead of giving you the equation and then you having a graph and tell us the different points of interest, like the vertex and directrix and the axis of symmetry, etc., we're going backwards. So I'm going to give you some pieces of information, now you tell me the equation. Okay, so the first thing you should do is always just graph this. So we have the directrix equals y equals 2 on this first problem, and the vertex is at 0, 4. I suggest putting a V there so you know that that's a visual reminder that that's the vertex and not the focus. Okay, so if that's the vertex, and if we need to find the focus point. Focus point is going to be 2 units away from the vertex because the vertex is 2 units away from the directrix. So the focus is going to be here. All right, so we're not looking for an accurate sketch of the graph here for these problems because we're just asking for the equation. So we do know it's going to go something like this. All right, so the direction that is going is up. Okay, so that will tell us to use this equation here for this problem. Now, if you take a look at either equation, all you need is the vertex and P. Okay, so we need values for H, P, and K. Well, H and K is just the vertex, so we just need the value of P. So I like to list them off to the side. Well, I don't need to list the vertex off to the side. It's already given. Here's your H and here's your K. But the value of P we need. The value of P is going to be that distance right here, so the value of P is 2. Once you have that information, it's simply just throwing it into the formula for your equation. Okay, so we're going to do x minus h squared. Our h is 0, so I don't need to put x minus 0 squared. I can just put x squared equal to 4 times p. Our p is 2, so that'd be 4 times 2 is 8, times y minus k. Our k is 4, so it'd be y minus 4. So that would be the answer to this first one on the left. The next one, focus is at -3, 0. Let's plot that. Put a little f next to it for focus. The vertex is at 0, 0. So which way is this going to be opening? Well, it always wraps around the focus. So I know it's not an accurate sketch, but that's okay for these problems. I know it's going around the focus point. So that is going to be going to the left. I know this p-value here is 3, technically -3 because it's going to the left. So the the directrix is going to be 3 units away. So that tells me I need to use this equation. I know my vertex is 0, 0, so that's my h and k. I know my value of p, and this is where you got to be really careful. It is 3 units, but because it's going to the left, that's going to be a -3. Okay, throw it into the formula, you have your equation. So the formula is y minus k. K is 0, so it's y minus 0 squared, or just y squared, equals 4 times our p-value. 4 times -3 is -12, times x minus h. Our h is also 0, so we can just put x. So any zeros for your vertex, either in the x or y spots, you can just leave that off in your equation. All right, I got a couple more. Directrix is at x equals -4. Go ahead and graph that. Focus is at 2, 3. Label that with the focus. Now this is one case where you don't have the vertex. It's not given to us. So you need to understand the vertex is going to be halfway between the focus and the directrix. So if you count this distance here, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Half of 6 is 3. So 1, 2, 3, right in the middle, that would be our vertex point. This parabola then therefore appears to be going to the right, which tells me that the y is being squared. The y term is being squared. All right, so we're going to use y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h for this one. All right, so what is our h, what is our k, what is our value of p? So our vertex here is at the point -1, 3. That means that's our h and that's our k. And the value of p is the distance, so that would, from the vertex to the focus, so that'd be a distance of 3. Positive 3 because it's going to the right. Throw these three numbers in the formula into the equation, and you have your answer. So we have what? Y minus k, so that would be y minus 3 squared equal to 4 times our p-value. That's p-value is 3, so 4 times 3 is 12. And then x minus h. Our h is -1, so that changes to x plus 1. And the last one, we have a vertex at -2, 4, so right away that's our h and k. And if you catch on to this, you know that, okay, h and k, I only need p. The only other value I need to write the equation is the value of p. So there's one piece of information missing besides which equation to use. So you do need to know which direction this actually goes, and that's why we have to give you one more piece of information. So the -2, -1 is right here. So we have what? Vertex here, focus here. And that's why it's important to label these, because if you flip them, it's going to change your answer. So we do know it needs to go through the vertex around the focus. So it's going to look something like this. And without even graphing the directrix, I know the p-value is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. So it'd be a -5 for my p-value. Okay, so I have my h, I have my k, I have my p. This is going down, so we're going to use x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k, because x is being squared because it's going down. So we're going to do x minus our h. Our h is -2, so it'd be x plus 2 squared equal to 4 times our p-value is -5, so that would be -20. And then y minus k is 4, so y minus 4 would be your answer.